One of the biggest issues in society today is police corruption. Many law enforcement officers feel they are above the law because they enforce the law. This is wrong, though, because they need to be held accountable for their actions as well. There have been numerous instances that have resulted in an outraged public because a person that has been given lenient penalties for actions they committed because they work for the government. This is a problem that needs to be addressed, and the court system should not give unfair justice to law enforcement officers. There have been police officers that were sentenced to 2 years of jail for killing an unarmed man when another person would serve 15 to 25 years. Also, when police officers' family members do something illegally, they run to the officer, and that offense is basically taken out of the system. Everyone should face the same penalties no matter what their profession is. Over the years, there have been many problems that arose from police corruption. Whether it is an officer running a red light or excessive speeding when it is not necessary, it is unfair. Just because they enforce a law does not mean they get to break the law. I can understand a police officer speeding to catch an offender, but speeding because they want to get somewhere fast, such as a break place, or to meet someone, is just not right. I see it all the time when the cop is going 20 to 30 miles an hour over the speed limit for no reason. I have also seen a cop turn on his lights and go through a red light and then turn them off after he goes through. That is an instance of abusing their power. There have also been many videos from the dashboard camera that shows unnecessary force. For instance, there was a story in 2008 in which a Pennsylvania man was beaten after being handcuffed and forced to the ground. He was then tasered and eventually died from his injuries. This is an example of police brutality. Another example was also in 2008 when a dashboard camera caught one police officer holding down a teen while the other repeatedly punched him in the face. They then tasered him on the ground, and all of this was not necessary. Another video was caught at an MLB game at the Phillies ballpark. A fan ran onto the field, and instead of 10 security guards catching this man and tackling him, they tasered him. There was nowhere for this man to run but in circles. The guards used unnecessary force to stop the man. And the story made huge news on the news channels. One last example was most recently when Secret Service agents were caught with prostitutes. Secret Service agents, which are basically the highest level of authority because their duty is to protect the president, were illegally seen with prostitutes. These are the same prostitutes that other police officers will arrest in a week or 2 weeks or a month or whatever it may be for doing illegal activities. This is the case when law enforcement feels they are above the law. One of the most common corruption issues is with drugs. Police seize the drugs, and then instead of turning it in, they do not tell anyone and either use it or sell it. This is a problem with not only police officers but almost everyone. When they see money in their mind, they will do whatever they can to get it. Whether it is breaking the law or their contract, it is still corruption. One step to reduce police corruption was the installment of the CCPC. The Commission to Combat Police Corruption was created in 1995 to monitor actions of police officers and to take action in corruption in the New York City Police Department. I understand that police officers are the first line of defense for the public, but when they go out of their way to break the law, I lose all respect for them. In my eyes, the best way to decrease police corruption is for the public to get involved. Since the media is so large and blows up any small story, more disgust from the public will be shown in the news channels and give police departments a bad reputation. I do not believe that police corruption can be fixed, but it can be reduced. Unfortunately, many legal experts expect the police corruption rate to rise. Since there have been so many issues that went in favor of the police officer, there will be more that will do it. Nobody is perfect, and when a police officer makes a mistake, they would do whatever they can to cover it up. The best thing to do is to face your wrongs and speak to the media apologizing for what has happened.